Now, when you lay down with dogs, you're going to get fleas, okay? Now, we're going to get into all things, this group chat that we never asked to be in. Take us out, log off. Cardi being Offset finally divorcing? Is it really over? And can you really buy self-worth? Okay, was the BBL first, second, third, maybe the fourth one, was it really worth it? Okay, we're going to get into it all from a therapist perspective right about now. Now, if you are new here, I'm a real last, okay? I'm gonna keep it real 100, give y'all some life lessons, talk and rehash pop culture, mental health, because some of y'all need a little bit of a therapist perspective, but not Amy. That I ain't that Amy type of therapist. I'm a Lakeisha type therapist, okay? So if you are new here, you want to stay. You need these life lessons. You need that mirror turned on yourself. So I'm gonna need you to pull up and stay for a little bit. Smash that like, hit that subscribe, and have your butt some several seats because you're going to learn today. Now, over these last couple weeks, months, years, we have seen Offset cheat, use, at times manipulate, gaslight, at times be a father. Okay? Maybe be a good husband weeks at a time, but consistently we have not seen that. And this is a true life story of a lot of y'all. Okay, a lot of women have gotten caught up in relationships with men because they have low self-worth, okay, and low self-esteem. Now, these are two different things: confidence on the outside and the self-worth on the inside. And Cardi B is a lesson that money cannot buy your ass no self-worth. You can't convince a man to want to be with you. You can't convince a man to not be in them streets no more if he want to be in them streets. Okay? And over again, I think he has shown that I want to be out there. There's plenty of women. Yeah, you might be Cardi B, but I'm Offset. And I think my ego is bigger than this marriage. And a lot of people are in relationships, marriages, when one person's ego is bigger than the relationship. Okay? Now, looking at how they first got together, they reminded me of the hood version of, Jay-Z and Beyonce. We saw them at the Super Bowl in 2017, and things moved pretty fast. They had one child, two child, some businesses. We're doing a lot of things together. Okay, and where was Offset in the beginning? Where was his star? Because we all saw that from the beginning on Love and Hip Hop, Cardi B's star was very high, very bright. Okay, you see she ain't got to put out too many albums, singles, do much of anything to get everybody on her and wanting to make music and be on her coattails. But when it comes to a man who doesn't have his own self-worth, who at times appears to be a little boy functioning as a man, you are dragging that person with you. And because of her own, to me, low self-esteem, low self-worth, she has constantly trying to throw money at him, lifestyle, fix his problems, get him out of record deals, and laying her ass on that table, trying to convince this man to love her. But it shows you that all those things, the glitz and the glamour, all of that is not really worth it. Okay? A man is going to be who he is. You cannot try and convince yourself that he going to change because of me. Okay? If a man really wants to change, he will do it on his own, not because of you. Okay? To me, a lot of women are, it's going to be different. He did all that stuff with the other baby mamas, with the other wives, but I'm a real ass bitch, so it's going to be different with me. Now, Cardi, okay? Just because you head bitch in charge don't mean that man gonna change for you. And over we have seen him cheat and cheat and cheat. We on divorce. He on stage promising her the world. We seen the Instagram post where he light up the house with roses, a new car. They built their dream house, which in Atlanta, which I never really see them in. But because of all that, it was like, okay, let's just throw this stuff out there. Let's do all this. But what is the foundation? And it seems like he has been cheating from the beginning. Okay? How long in this relationship was he really faithful? Is what I'm wondering. Because I don't think he was ever truly faithful. And people are probably wondering, how is she in a divorce pregnant? Okay? Because it's something about that third baby that made you realize, I have strength. I can overcome this. I don't want to put up with this no more. Sometimes just that you have this moment in your life where you're just like, okay, girl, you've been putting up with this shit for how long? What we really gonna do? Okay, you having these conversations with yourself, you're talking to yourself. It's okay to have conversations with yourself, okay? I'm gonna let y'all know as a therapist, talk your shit to yourself sometimes. Okay, girl, we pregnant with baby number 3. Okay, this man is still cheating. He's still doing his own thing. I got 2 kids. I'm about to bring a 3rd one. I want to get a divorce. I want to walk away, but now I got 3 kids. Who gonna want me with 3 kids? I've heard that before. We already established we have businesses and houses together. How can I walk away from that? You can, okay? Divorce is not the end of the world. The stigma of divorce to me is not what it used to be. I think there's still a lot of religious components and people still saying death do you part. Girl, sign in papers, okay? Go get that little $700, hit you some licks, something so that you don't have to be stuck in this marriage. Don't make it about, oh, I gotta go pay that $700. I gotta file these papers. Figure out a way to make your life live and liberate from people. And I think Cardi B is a true example of so many different things, y'all. The low self-worth, low self-esteem, trying to fix your body, trying to do things that convince a man to love you. It's also that, to me, anxious attachment style that Cardi has, where she gets a lot of her self-worth from the outside, from social media. You see her going back and forth in the comments with people. She most recently was on live airing him out. And then he came on and he thought that she was going to be soft. See, one other thing about this situation is that when you leave a man, sometimes they expect you to grovel. They expect you to be low, to be begging to come back, for your life to fall apart. And I think in some ways with Offset, I think he also thought that Cardi was going to fall apart, take him back like she used to. He's used to a certain version of her. And I'm not quite sure if she has completely changed, completely grown, but there is something different about her where now she feels like, okay, I can kind of do my own thing. I'm strong enough to walk away. But he came on that live and he effed around and he found out. Okay, you want to go low, you want to be dirty, you want to try and air me out. I'm gonna air my own shit out. Okay, yes, I did cheat back. I got my lick back. Okay, and what? Now what you gonna say? Okay, he doesn't to me have a lot of ammo because Cardi is somebody who kind of lives her life out loud. She's gonna say what she wants to do what she wants to do. So there's nothing to me that he can really state that can change her fan base or the way people see her, because she's just kind of very transparent and lives her life on her own terms and completely out loud. So you have a man, to me, I really don't use this word a lot, but to me, who has some narcissistic traits. Okay. And when you look at Offset, where he was with Migos, the things he has gone through as a child, relationships, not having a relationship with his father, not having an example of what a man should be in a relationship with himself, in a marriage. And so you have Cardi, who has also come from a family of different things in her life. So 2 people trying to figure out how to be married with no examples. And a lot of people go into marriages trying to figure out life for themselves, for their partners. How do I show up as a wife when I've never had that example? How do I show up for someone else where I've never shown up for myself? Okay. And then you have Offset to me, who appears to be like a little boy stuck in a man's body. And so he has a lot of these mannerisms of someone who has a lot of childhood trauma, a man who didn't have a lot of guidance. His guidance was the industry and watching other men do the same thing that he is doing now. And I think at times I've seen him on interviews talk about being a father, wanting to change. But why change when you haven't had no consequences? Okay? I continue to cheat. I do what I want. I buy her a car. I fill up the house with bags. I fly her out and she takes me back. Okay, I have no reason to change. And it goes into the standards at times that we as women set. What are the standards of our relationship, how we show up, the standards of our partners? Okay, and that goes both ways on any side of the relationship. What are the foundational points, the standards that you have set in that relationship, so both people have understanding of what's acceptable and what is not acceptable? Okay, now I can only imagine these 2 in couples therapy, y'all. Okay, because not everyone can handle this type of couple, this type of dynamic, this type of money, okay, going around. Okay, it's a lot of money involved. And at the end of the day, Cardi is a human being, and she's a lot of women who are just trying to figure it out. And another component of this is that I think that since Cardi has gone through postpartum depression with her other pregnancies, she probably did not want to go through that again. And part of that is her village. What is the village around her? Assessing who is pouring into me, where's the reciprocity, what am I getting from these different relationships? And some of those relationships don't need to go with me into this next season of my life. This season of having 3 kids now, being a mother to 3 now. I got 2 kids, okay? Now, everybody told me after you have 1 and you decide to have 2, it's gonna go crazy. And I was like, it can't be that bad. 2, I got 1. It can't be that bad. Yeah, going from 1 to 2. And then I was like, I always want to have 3 kids. I was like, I want someday to have 3 kids. Once I had that second, somebody got to get snipped. Okay, I'm not going under no knife again. I didn't bust out 2 kids. Okay, we don't have to put some permanency in place because I ain't doing this again. So I applaud y'all who have multiple kids, more than 2, because I'm like, it's hard as hell to do it with 3. I mean, 2. Even though at times, y'all know y'all husbands can feel like another child. Keep that on the low though, between me and you. But yeah, I think that having the 3rd child and recognizing I've been through postpartum depression in the past, I do not want to go through that again. So I have to reassess my relationships. And part of that is like, I don't need you. I can do bad all by myself. I've been functioning, taking care of multiple kids, not just mine, our biological children, but her stepkids with him. We've seen her trying to incorporate and bring in, because I think before Cardi came along, was he really that good of a father? Did we really see him with them kids? I think it was the influence of having a woman like Cardi in his life to show him that I need to step it up. I want to be a good father. I need to be in these kids' lives. And it's unfortunate for all the children, a little bit of the older ones, to see their father kind of in the news, talking mess about their moms, saying, I really won because you another baby mama. Okay. It's like he continues to go lower and lower. Okay. Because he wants her to feel bad and I think come back. I think he knows how to manipulate, gaslight, how to get her to come back in the past. But that mess is not working. It's really not. And I want people to look at how people will show you who they really are. But because of your own insecurities, the stuff inside of here you have not worked through, you can get caught up in a man like Offset. Okay. Now, is there potential for him to be better? Sure. We all got potential. Okay. But what you gonna do with it? Stop falling in love with the potential of these men. Stop falling in love with the potential of these women. I'm talking to all y'all out there. All right. Because he has shown over and over again the red flags. We all saw it. Now, were there any green flags? Let me know in the comments, did y'all ever see any green flags from him? Because to me, from the beginning, even the company that he kept, Quavo, all the people that he was around, do the same thing. Look at the relationship that we've seen with Sweetie and Quavo, all those different things. How can you be a man who is trying to live the right life, be a father, not cheat, not be involved in all these mistresses, sleeping with the ops, posting the ops, when your kin is doing the same thing? Okay? I don't know how men can function around people who are cheating on their wives, be in the streets, but they're not doing that. Can you really have a friendship with somebody or a relationship, whether it's your friend, your brother, your frat, your line, whatever? Okay? Can you have healthy relationships with them when they're doing things that you are not trying to do? Okay? Now, you going home to your wife and kids while they out there in the streets asking you for an alibi. Can you say we together? Okay? But it just shows you just how you can't buy self-worth. And there's a difference between self-esteem and confidence. On the outside, Cardi B is very confident. But where is her self-worth? I think she's gaining it. I think it's getting stronger. But only time will tell about these two because it ain't the end. It's really not. I think it's only the beginning. Do I think that they'll really get divorced? It's kind of leaning that way, but Offset is not done. Okay. So let me know your thoughts on this whole situation. Were there green flags? Okay. Do you think that Cardi is finding a place where she's like, I gotta pick me. I gotta put me first. I gotta put my kids first. I have tried over and over with this man and it's just not working. And finally, divorce is okay, y'all. Liberate yourselves, be free. It's the end of the year. Think about how you want to start the new year, who you want to be in your new year. Because you don't have to stay in relationships that are not serving you. Do not stay for the kids. The kids will grow up seeing their mom or dad hurt, the depression, and that is a reflection on them of that, oh, I need to stay in relationships also that are not serving me because my mom did, because my dad did. All right. Now make sure you like, you subscribe, you do the do's, and I will see you next time. Bye.